Hey, so I'm just in this mood where I kind of want to sit and hear myself talk. So I've been procrastinating pretty much all weekend on writing this like 10-page essay for a film that I watched. And, I'm sure if anyone was like watching me today, especially, like sit here and procrastinate, they'd be like, oh, that's it's not good, whatever. Like, school is more important than sitting around and doing whatever the hell is that I am doing. But today I wouldn't even call it procrastinating. I'd call it like getting inspired because I don't know if you guys know who the comedian Kyle Cease is, but he is definitely my favorite comedian. He is like, I know he's not like the first to do it, but he like combines comedy with like inspired, like his inspirational story of like how he like kind of like rose to fame, whatever, and his like struggle with anxiety and all this stuff. And so like I've been watching his recent YouTube videos. I saw his comedy tour back in the fall, and that was like seriously awesome. And ever since then, even though I liked him before I saw his show, like he inspires me like in more ways than I can even explain. And so I've just been sitting here like watching him and like just like I don't know. There's just something about listening to people that really matter to you. It just like kind of like lifts you up and changes your perspective on a lot of things. And as much as I really should be like doing my homework, that honestly like being happy and being inspired and like feeling like I'm doing something right and like learning stuff. I don't know. That's a lot more important to me personally anyway. Like what's in here is a lot more important than than what I put on here. Like a piece of paper doesn't mean as much as what's in my heart, in my opinion. And that's probably so stupid and cheesy and like I don't know. But I'm also listening to the Cab, who I'm sporting on my shirt right now, and reading some of Alex DeLeon's old blogs, and I've always loved him. Like I don't think I could ever even put into words how much he means to me. Like that man. Like honestly, Alexander Michael De Leon is it. Like everyone else in the world is here. He is like off the friggin' screen for me. And I've written him a couple letters before, and he like always like respond to me and stuff on Twitter about him, but like he'll never truly know like what he has done for me. Like the way that he has always been there, when other people couldn't, when my faith and my religion couldn't, when all that stuff wasn't there for me. His music was, his Symphony Soldier blog was, like all that stuff just made me who I am. And oh, there's people talking out the hallway, but like, it's probably not good to procrastinate on stuff, but I always feel so much better the fact that I'm sitting here like making myself better inside and making myself happier and feel better. Like in the long run, that's matters a lot more to me. And this is probably a really dumb thing to just be talking about, but like I feel like everyone needs their own way of just like making themselves feel better. Like whether that be like like talking their problems to death, or like writing it out, or listening to really angry songs, or like one thing you should never do is listen to sad songs. Like I don't get why people listen to sad songs when they're already upset. Like that's so counterproductive. Like listen to happy songs. Listen to like hardcore songs with like screaming and stuff, and like get your rage out there. Like honestly, like there's no point in like listening to sad songs and making yourself cry. Like there's no point in doing that. Like watch videos of people who inspire you. Talk to people who inspired you. Like write, read, like be creative, dance. Like art should be so much more important in this world than it is, and people don't spend enough time like focused on it. Like music and words and films and all that stuff. Like it should be a lot more important in our culture than it really is. Like people are more concerned with what some random celebrity did, or what like Kim Kardashian did, or what I don't know, what Lindsay Lohan did, what Charlie Sheen did. Like none of that stuff's important. what's important is that you're like a good person and that you're happy and that, like you notice the shit around you. Like you don't just sit there and like exist. Like I'm a firm believer in the fact that I live. Like that statement where like, you can exist but you might not be living or whatever. Like you have to like there's a difference between existing and living. I know that I live. I know that, you know, I'm just like doing what I gotta do to the fullest, and I'm taking every day for what it is. And it's been a really long journey in learning how to do that, but it's like, like I said, like music and art and films and like inspirational stories on YouTube and stuff like that stuff has helped me get to where I am. It's helped me be as optimistic as I am. It's helped me be as like open with people as I am. Like I am so trusting of the world, and I have like no guards with anyone, and like I have zero walls. I have like zero things I'm like really afraid of. Like, I mean, sure, I have things I'm afraid of, but like art, that's like art makes a difference. Like people that don't listen to music and don't go to concerts and stuff, like I don't understand what they do. Like artists feel so much more than regular people, and I just don't know how, if you're not involved with art in some way, or if it's not some form of your life, like I just don't get how you deal with anything. Like it's no wonder people are so depressed all the time, because they spend so much time focused on material possessions, spend so much time like devoting to other people, to like other things. Like if you let your world revolve around something that's real, something that's honest, like finding musicians and books and like learning from stuff that, I don't know, that's real. Like that, like art is real. Art is, it makes you think. Like it changes your perspective on things, and it helps you see that, like, the damn bird like singing outside your window at 6 o'clock in the morning. Art helps you see that that kind of stuff is beautiful, like regardless of how annoying it might be. Like, or the fact that the rain is falling today outside, and like it's been like thunderstorming and stuff, and I like woke up to a thunderstorm. Like, like art and music and all that, like it helps you see that that kind of stuff is really pretty, and that kind of stuff is like worth noticing and taking a look at. Like, sure, I still have my days where I like wander around and I like absolutely hate the world because, I'm stressed and everything's just not going my way, and like, I'll wake up and have a bad hair day, and I'll like whatever, and I'll not be able to eat, and everyone will just be like talking bad to me. And but like putting on a song, sitting there and just like thinking and talking to people that really matter, like that all makes everything better. And I don't even know why I'm saying all this, but I don't know. There's all these like self-help books out there, all these things out there that claim to like know how to solve your problems. And like, I mean, like all these people getting divorces and stuff, and like the fact that the divorce right now is like 50% of marriages end in divorce. Like that's not normal. It might be normal by like statistics nowadays, but that shouldn't be that way. Like marriage is a forever thing. Like it shouldn't be like you get married and you're like, oh yeah, I have another chance after this to like make it better. Like this first marriage doesn't matter because I'm always gonna get married again. And so many people are afraid of marriage, afraid of relationships, afraid of love, like because they see it on TV and in like the news and stuff that everyone's getting divorced, that everyone is like having troubles finding things that are real in this world. And it's the reason so many people are depressed, the reason so many people like turn to like drugs and alcohol and suicide. And like if like art was a bigger deal in schools from a young age now, and if we like funded the arts more, like I know for a fact that people would be happier, that people would like be able to see things in a more positive light, that more people would be like open to having people help them. Like those self-help books, like probably half the people that even like write those, they haven't been through any of the stuff that they claim to know they're talking about. Like, and my door just slammed shut because of all the wind. But anyways, like like people who write about divorce, like who says they've been through a divorce, people who like write about like, I don't know, like how to build a birdhouse. Like who says those people actually made birdhouses and stuff? Like, honestly, I don't know. There's just so much out there that's like not real and that's fake and that you can listen to, but it's like it's not going to lead you in the right direction. And you're going to learn a lot of negative things by listening to a lot of different people, and there's a lot of people out there that, you know, they're tainting the world with a negative image and putting, like, I don't know, like things like divorce and things like sadness and depression, like they're making it seem like it's normal. Sure, it is normal, and sure, a lot of people experience it, and I mean, a lot of people can't just get over it, but we shouldn't have to think of all that kind of stuff as normal. We should know that happiness and being okay with who you are and thinking you're a good person and thinking you're a beautiful person, like that stuff should be our focus. Like, you know, we should focus on bettering ourselves and, you know, like, and being the best version of who we can be. Like, you know, not being focused as much on like our grades and like our successes and money and like how many friends we have. Like, you know, if you have good friends and you're a smart person and, you know, and you make enough money to get by, like that's all you need. Like, you don't need to be the richest person or the smartest person, and you don't need to have 6,000 Facebook friends who, for all accounts of anyone, like none of them are your friends. Like, if you have 6,000 Facebook friends, I bet you're friends with maybe 100 of those people, and the rest of them are just people that think you're cool and that, you know, want to get to know you because everyone else wants to get to know you. Like, all that, like, unhealthy, fake attention, like, that just brings people down, and I don't know. I think part of the reason that, you know, I'm so set on, like, journalism as my major in college is that, you know, I know there's so much negativity out there in the media and in the news and everything, and like we focus so much on all like the bad things, and like I know personally I don't watch the news because like anytime I turn it on, it's like, you know, a family's been murdered, someone's been shot outside a convenience store, like, you know, like there's like dog fighting rings and all this shit, and like planes are crashing, and I don't want to hear about that. I want to hear about good things, you know. I want to hear about the guy that got to come home from the army. I want to hear about the family that, you know, like had an awesome trip to Florida. Like, I want to hear about good stuff, like stuff that makes me feel good. And I don't know. There's just been one big long rambling thing, and I'm sure no one is really even gonna watch this, but you know, if you did sit and watch this, I hope it, you know, made you look at something differently or something, because, you know, there's so much more out there than what people see. There's so much good in this world that a lot of people don't take the time to like seek out, and I don't know. I just know that I've gotten the best out of this world, and that, you know, I still might deal with a lot of shit, and there might be bad people that I know, and, you know, I've had some bad experiences. I've had friends and family die. You know, I've had my bad days where I get really bad grades and where people don't treat me nice, but, you know, I know how to overcome that stuff because I know to keep the right people around me, and I know how to make myself happy and how to, you know, stop focusing on the negatives in your life and like move on. Forget about that stuff and know that tomorrow's a new day. That whole saying, like, the grass is greener on the other side, like, it really is. Like, if you just forget about the shit that's going on and like hop over the damn fence, like, life is so much better when you forget how bad things are right now. Like, if you move on and see that, you know, good will happen and good things will come for you, good things will come for you. And I don't know. Just want to say, I wish you all the best with every single person who watches this, which will probably not very many at all. I wish all of you just like happiness and good things, and I know that good will come in your lives, and you're all beautiful, wonderful people, and you know, like, you may not see it, but in time, like, you will see that you're worth something, and I don't know. Stop focusing on what other people think of you and focus on what you think of yourself. Because what you think is so much more important than what anyone else thinks of you. If you think you're a good person, if you're happy with the way you look, if you're happy with the things you're doing and with the people you're friends with and with like the guy or the girl you're dating, like who cares if anyone else doesn't think so? It's all what's in here and what you believe. That's what matters. So, get off those couches. Get off Facebook and YouTube and get off all those stupid things that are making you feel bad and go out there and live and learn the right way, not the way that society's making you. Peace.